And we're live, everyone. Welcome to today's session where I'm joined by Randy and Holly, and we're going to be talking about YouTube video production and how to get the best out of your videos, as well as probably digging into the conference that Holly had last week that she gave everyone FOMO with. Thanks for that, Holly. So we'll probably dig in there and find out the gossip from that. And if you've got any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We are also sponsored by the news guy, the man himself over there, Randy. The logo is above and the link is below. So do check him out if you're interested in PR services and good deliverables and feeding the LLMs and all of that good stuff. So please do check him out using that link below. But anyway, welcome back, guys.
Welcome. Good to see you all. It's been a couple of weeks, or it's been 2 weeks at least. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, Holly was busy rubbing our faces in it with fucking guitars by the bonfire and fucking all sorts with Steve.
No kidding. That was good stuff.
I fucking hate it when that happens. When people are all away having a cool time and you're sat looking at the Facebook going, "You fuckers, man!" Always get FOMO.
And that was such a great, the thing that Holly does. I'll call it Camp SEO, even though I think you actually titled it Dark AI. But that is such like a unique experience compared to any of the other kind of SEO stuff you may go to, like conferences or whatever, right? So
I really like that. See that style that Holly had. Like, see when we go and we went to Dallas, I think it was for Rockstars, and you're all hanging about in the hotel lobby, and it's not as good. Or like we went to Nashville and stuff. Again, both of you were there. That was more like the experience type things where you know it's just a bit more relaxed, and I like the idea of like sitting around just maybe having a few drinks, talking shit, and someone's got a guitar out or whatever. I absolutely love that better than a big conference. You can go to big conferences, big rooms, and all that. I actually prefer what Holly laid on there. Believe it or not, just my personal preference. If you said to me, Craig, do you want to go to traffic and conversion, or do you want to go to somewhere like Nashville or something with maybe 30 or 40 people, I would be going to the smaller one all day long.
Yeah. Well, not even just that it was smaller, but Holly, you're not saying much yet, but I will just say, just because it was like outside at this campgrounds kind of thing. And so, like she posted up the picture, them sitting around a campfire and Steve Toth out there playing a guitar. And I mean, it was like,
it was awesome.
Yes, that is awesome.
Yeah, it was so draining. So very draining though, because we had people staying at the campground, people tenting at the cabins, and then we had people 12 miles away in hotels. And like we didn't get the room till 9, but the room opened up at 8, and I had to get coffee and we had donuts and whatever. But it was so draining because we start so I could see my wife. We would get up at 6 in the morning instead of our normal time. Take the dogs out because the dogs got to have time with me, and then go up there go get coffee, and then get there at 8, and people come in, and then we go until like 5. And in a normal conference, right, I would leave because I don't like hanging out. But that's not how it is when you have it at a campground. And
yeah, well, when you're the host, you can't take off.
I still do. So I have, the last couple times, like when Dawn is with me, I'm like, we do not shop talk. And I go with Dawn in the evening. But since we were here and everyone wanted to see our site anyways in our camper, we would end at 5. Some people, like half of the group would go eat, and then the other half would just come down to the park model and hang out on the deck. And then at 7, from like 7 to 10, we had a fire. So I mean, it was exhausting to say the.
Yeah.
I mean, and people were here a week because some people came in on Tuesday and then they fly out to the following Tuesday. Some people were here from like Tuesday to just like 2 or 3 days ago. They just left. So yeah,
wow.
you know, making sure everyone got to the conference and that it was just. And I was the only one doing, you know, like because we're at the campground, I had to bring in internet units and I had to have a projector and mics and lapels. And I, you know, when you're at a hotel, they do all that stuff for you and they do the techie stuff. And at the campground, there was like nobody here. And like, you know, we're by a lake, so I don't even know if the internet's going to work enough for all of us. I didn't even test it until 8 o'clock that morning.
Oh,
Oh man, that's taking a gamble there.
Yeah. So I mean, everything was. We definitely had issues like the internet dropped every once in a while, and so we had to bring in another unit in. And then like the mics would drop out every once in a while, but like everybody was like, "This awesome content. This is awesome." And, you know, like sitting by the fire. Steve Toth is playing my guitar. I was like gushing over Steve Toth. Like he's amazing. Yeah, it was really cool, but it would just like I'm on the second week of sleeping like 10 to 12 hours because it wiped me, you know. Yeah, it's tiring.
Love it.
And
well,
then everyone's like,
everyone's
like, when are you doing next year? I was like, what?
Oh yeah, yeah. Did you actually have people tenting like I did last year?
Yeah, this Clark, he came, so he rode his bike, so he flew from North Carolina to Chicago. He got on a pedal bike, and pedaled his way. It was like 100, a cycle, not a motorcycle, a pedal bike, like a legitimate pedal bike. And he tented. He had his like computer, his clothes, and he tented in a it was like a hammock thing, and it was pouring rain, and he's like, this is beautiful here. I was like, dude,
what? He just fucking lay. He just lay in the rain.
He what?
He just lay down in his hammock in the rain.
Yeah, I'm like, you can. Let's put you somewhere.
I'm sure he had a tarp over it. I have one of those hammock tents
over
as well. Yeah, you have a tarp. You got the hammock, and you can. I mean, I've gone winter camping in one of these hammocks and then you've got like a quilt kind of cover. Yeah. It's amazingly.
He's like, I'll stay dry. I mean, it stopped raining at like 8 o'clock or something like that. So there was another lady up the, like, I don't know, 10 sites up or something like that.
Yeah.
She put up her tent at like 8 o'clock at night. So I made sure she got here okay. And it was crazy. It was crazy. That's like good. Everybody just like, and Rayburn's hosted the fire. I think it was the first night. I think Lonnie hosted the fire the first night and gave us martinis. So everyone had I had a hangover in the morning, which is against my rule. And then Rayburn's hosted a fire and they brought out hot dogs and we cooked hot dogs around the fire.
Nice.
And Steve was playing music and it was cool. It was like 30 people around the fire. And then the next 2 nights I hosted the fire.
Oh.
Did you have any problems with like people parking and shit?
Oh, they just parked wherever. I mean, it's like they park either up front and we would come and get them in the golf carts, or they just parked like all the neighbors knew that friends were here, so they gave us their chairs, their lawn chairs. They brought, everyone was like, Holly's having a big party. She needs help. So
I was just going to make the assumption like these SEO guys fucking rent cars and all that, and you ditch them and like fuck your whole neighborhood up, like take over the whole place. 30 people descending on a fucking caravan site. is
Yeah,
not.
in the front they, definitely had. So I had to get car passes for everybody, but yeah, it was a lot of like. And then like food was I thought was going to be a big issue because like there's like Culver's here, there's Anchor Inn, there's a McDonald's, there's a taco
Yeah,
place. Like,
you got to travel a little bit to go to some place. I
oh
forget
no,
that.
we just walked over to Anchor for one day. We did pizza at the and then we did Culver's or burgers, whatever people wanted, and then we did subs. We just it's crazy.
That was crazy. Well, it sounds like it was good. I love seeing the images you were throwing up on Facebook. I was like, that just seems fun. And there was some people there that I didn't know, like Riz. Looked like Riz was there.
Yeah, Riz was here. Patrick Shannon, he pulled in his RV. He was here.
Yep.
I tell you what,
it's good to see Riz.
Fucking Riz is a bizarre one, right? I have seen Riz multiple times in the US. I was in the Philippines and Riz was there. I was in Dubai one time and Riz was and I'm like, Riz, where the fuck do you stay, man? I said it to him actually at spring training. I'm like, dude, where is it you actually stay? Because how come I fucking see you everywhere? And he's like, oh, sometimes I go out to India or the Philippines to see his VAs. Sometimes I like Dubai, but he obviously resides in the US. I'm like, dude, you are probably the one guy, him and there's another guy, Nestor, crazy Nestor with the fucking fucking Nestor turns up to all the events as well. It doesn't matter if it's in Asia or over there. It's fucking madness.
Yeah, I was trying to get Nestor to come. So Riz decided like I think he decided a week or two before the event and he stayed at our house. So yeah, there were people also staying at our house too. Like the big house.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was
nice.
I think Riz is just a guy that doesn't want FOMO, right? You can just tell.
Yeah.
He just fucking can't handle it.
Yeah.
But fair play to him.
Good stuff. All right. So I thought I kind of threw out this idea as well about video production and maybe talk a little bit about equipment setup. I have been playing around. Last week, I even spent a little bit of time watching some YouTube videos on lighting. I am like squirrely. I cannot figure out good lighting in my space. And like I thought I had it, and then I'm looking at my lighting now as we're casting. I'm like, God, I look horrible. I look like all red or whatever. I can't figure it out. And this is after what?
There's nothing wrong with your lighting at all.
Are you serious? I think I look red. I'm like, how come I look like?
Dude, you have got a very, very good. I know you're always going to want better, but like your camera and your mic are fucking on point. Honest to God.
Really?
Maybe.
Dude,
maybe.
I'm serious.
Yeah, Holly's what? Maybe.
I mean, I think you're more like reddish because of your background.
Well, that's funny you say that because as I was just looking at this today now, I was like, I wonder if the background kind of throws off and makes it look red. Now I got my chair like popping in and out because of the green screen. I'm like, it drives me nuts.
Because my hair and my head look more gray on a video, and it's just because of my background. We're just gonna go with that. But yes.
Well, I was gonna say we'll go with that, Holly. Sure.
Yeah. You look a little pinkish, yeah.
Yeah.
Randy, here's a suggestion, right? That backdrop, can you not get, rather than have a green screen, just get that created on a fucking actual backdrop with your logo, and then you wouldn't have the kind of flickering and shit as well.
You know, that's an interesting idea. I wonder where I could get that printed up like that. That would be an interesting idea. I could just put that on a screen, so to speak, and hang that.
it just means you've not got the flickering.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you could potentially even take the redness out the brick.
yeah, yeah.
That is something I would do, because obviously Holly's got it as well. The kind of flickering. I think,
I hate the flickering. Yeah. I really hate that green screen. Like, I look at yours, and so this is the questions that I'm like, okay. And I was hoping that, people in the audience that are like, really like, yeah, this is what we do as well. But like, obviously, Craig, and when you're in your office, you've got your studio and you've got, the space where you cast and broadcast. I think this is your home office where you are now, right? And
yeah,
so you don't, it is what you're live behind it. You don't have a green screen. That is your background.
yeah,
And that looks good. But I think it really does play on how you look. So I look at you and your flesh tones, and there is a lot of it. Uh, but it looks natural, right? It's a good natural look. You're not ghosted. Like Holly and I've got this ghosted kind of appearance around us, I think. And I think that's all from the green screen background.
dude. I'll tell you a funny story. I've tried all sorts in the background, right? And we came to this house and we done it all up the way we wanted it, and it was all good. And I had this room as my games room, and we got it all done, and it was all done perfectly. And then one day, some geezer painted a green screen on the wall behind him. This
I was
paint.
just going to ask you, what is that color of your wall back there? Is it green?
Oh no, that's just got panels on it now.
Oh,
But if I was to pull that panel to the side, it would be fucking green under there. Now, I painted the corner of this room with this lime green screen paint. And dude, it was fucking awful. Like all this flickering and all that fucking
yeah.
bollocks. So then I put the soundproofing panels on the wall. And then I got this kind of shelving where I was like, I quite like just having all the little things on the shelves,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And that, obviously, this is just fucking around at home and stuff. But obviously, my studio in the office, I've just got the kind of wooden panel background. I've got my couple of YouTube plaques on there. I've actually got quite a lot of space where I could have something else on it. I'm not quite sure what, but I think just having that is good for me. But
well, I like that look. That is a great idea. I'm going to pursue that. Maybe if I can do a screen, an actual printed screen that way. That would be interesting. Like a sheet of some fabric of some sort. But
let's
yeah,
say,
what's that?
Let's say you're sat in a fucking big deal, right? Let's say a big deal, top of the range corporate client,
Yeah.
and then somehow your fucking green screen flickering falls off. How
I
awful
know.
does the background look with a fucking stupid stand and the fucking wrinkly old fucking green screen? You would look like a fucking, as if you were sitting in a fucking tub somewhere.
Right. Yes, I know exactly right. Yeah. Well, if you look, this is, I could go this brick screen thing here, but this is what it looks like.
That would just be like, nah, he's sitting in a fucking Holly's dungeon.
Yeah, right. I'm like locked up on our phones. Oh, Holly, I'm trying to be fast. Yeah.
And so, I think I that would be my thing if I was you, but I'm just throwing that out there.
It's good advice, sound advice. So, and I know, Craig, you and I have talked a little bit, I think several months ago, about equipment. I use the Insta360 as my camera for webcast and anything that I'm doing online like this. And I used to have a DSLR sitting on a tripod right in front of me. And I used that, and I used an Elgato, from that into my computer, and having that Elgato. Oh yeah. Oh, now we're going to be rocking out here. And then my son decided that he wanted to get into photography, and so I let him use my DSLR. And I thought, I'll do this 360, but I think the 360 works well. Is that what you use at home? Is the 360?
This is just the standard Mac camera. I do have the 360 here, believe it or not. It's just fucking laziness that I've not got it plugged in. So if I was recording a video at home, I absolutely would use the 360, but I'll show you the difference.
I think it's a good camera. Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking awesome. Give me 1 second just to fix that. Whoop, wait a second. That wasn't supposed to happen.
And we'll have this musical interlude, but yes, look at that. Look at how nice and crisp that is. Wow.
So, yeah, I could use it. It's obviously a lot better camera and stuff like that. Just fucking laziness that I haven't plugged it in. So
well, that was a good example to show people. So if they're thinking about cameras, whatever, so computer, camera built into the computer versus the Insta360, and I can't remember what I paid for this. It was less than $200 though, I think.
Yeah, it's not expensive.
Yeah. And it's got a lot of cool little features that move around with you. And I kind of shut that tracking thing off. It was driving me crazy. But I do like that. Yeah, the lighting though is the thing that I'm always like trying to squirrel around with here to get a good lighting. You do anything at home for lighting? Like you got a good light going on.
Yeah, I've got I was going to try and pull it over, but it's actually attached to the desk. So there, I've got a light going on me, and I've got a light coming from there as well. So just two fucking things from Amazon, like pop-up lights, if you call them that, or whatever.
Right. That's what I have as well. That's why. So when I was telling you, I was watching some videos and trying to, create lighting based off of green screen use. So what I had found was, exactly. I have two of those very similar things as well. Exactly.
The tracking thing's going on. Wait a minute. That's the other one there.
This is yeah. That's good. Yes, I had those exact same things. And so, right. So I'll even show on mine. I'll just lift mine up, see if I can do it this way. No, I don't know what happened. Am I even showing anything? I don't think
all I can see is your background.
Yeah. Oh, well. All right. There we go. I'm back. But I have those same things. But the instructions that I was watching on the YouTube was the YouTube, right? All of a sudden I became 100 years old. Is they have a light kind of come directly at me, and then one on the side kind of reflecting off the wall on one side of me, but I don't think that it's picking up the accent like it was supposed to. Like I don't know. I'm like really.
I'm getting new lights
right now. I really am, like, it's driving me nuts. I'm like,
I actually have new lights coming for my podcast part of my studio, where I'm getting a square panel above me that lights down the way. And then I'm getting other like kind of bigger floodlight ones that are built in like with an electrician. Like I'm sick of all this pop-up stands and fucking wires all over the place.
God, I know it.
So the electrician's just going to put in two bigger ones that light up the two podcast seats, and obviously a big square panel above which lights us from above as well. So that's getting done hopefully in the next week or two.
Yeah. Tell me, did Bogdan give you that guidance?
No. Bogdan's. I mean, to be fair, I've got the pop-up stands and stuff in the office. The biggest thing for me now is the amount of wires and fucking bollocks that's lying about on the floor. It's just a fucking death trap, waiting to happen.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So that's one thing. I'll take that away and do a look into a screen, printing on a screen. So we got the camera. Well, I use Holly. What do you use? You just use your computer camera?
Yes. I used to have like some stupid ass camera I would just put up there for like $10, $50, whatever. I just use whatever camera. I don't really care what the camera looks like.
Yeah.
Camera.
Same with the microphone now. So I use a real setup for the microphone. So I use a Rodecaster Pro board, and then I have some Rode mic that I use plugged in on a arm, that I can move around, and what do they call those, telescopic arms or something like that? I don't know. Pops in and out. What do you use, Craig? You got a standard mic? You got a boom mic? What do you got? Yeah.
I rode one here, but I keep it just out the road of the camera. But yeah. You bastard! One of those boom pole things or whatever you call it. I used to have the Rode desktop mic, but again, I have this thing now with clutter and wires, so trying to do away with all of that.
I've so you've got a boom though. It's like up above you.
Yeah.
The mic, so you've got it hanging inverted, and then the mic coming down.
Yeah,
it sounds good actually. It's I'm surprised. That's interesting. So Holly, I'm assuming you're probably just using the computer mic as well. Let's hear what it sounds like with Holly on the guitar.
What? I just use the computer mic. I mean, I used to have like that snowball.
Oh yeah.
I had a couple different Yetis, but yeah, I just whatever's on the computer is fine for me.
Mm-hmm.
When I had the podcast, when I was doing a lot of podcast stuff, I had the mic that you have.
Yeah, I know. You got the whole kit that I was shared. This is what I use, and I think you went and mimicked that whole kit out.
Yeah, and I still have them. I still have 2 of the mics at the house, but I don't know. I think unless if my mic or my camera go bad, I just buy a new computer. To be honest.
Interesting. I use as well. I haven't used this. Holly, I just went to go get it. Hold on. I also have one of these. I haven't used this for a long time though. This is called the Zoom.
Oh yeah.
Pod Track, and this is a 4 versus. I don't know why. There we go. And this works well because it's got the whatever this mic. I can't remember what they call that connector, but you can get do all different kinds of some sound and get a better sound and use better mics with this. So you can do a lot of fun stuff with that. And this is fairly inexpensive. This as well as like less than a couple $100, I think. But it gives a good, I think, better than just kind of a naked mic. So it gives you some amplification and compression on your tone, so you get a good, rich, full tone.
Right. I mean, I think it depends on if you're doing a lot of AI type videos, then I mean, honestly, most of the videos that I would produce now, if I needed to have my voice, I just clone my voice and have AI say it, because I can't normally even say the word right on a good day, so AI can say it right for me, essentially.
God, yes.
It is what it is.
Yeah. What do you think, though? You mentioned something that I think is kind of interesting in regards to AI, and then just utilizing, like a clone voice instead of an actual, dubbing your video with your voice or creating a separate track for it. I have not done that yet. All of my videos I'm using, I do all of the vocal, all of the audio. I'm assuming, Craig, you don't you're using your own audio, right? You're not doing a clone voice.
Yeah, no, I'm comfortable. I'd rather just do it myself than.
Yeah.
I think I get it from Holly's perspective, or certain other people.
Sure.
They you know, or even Victoria in the mastermind is like she can take away a lot of the ahs and the m's and polish it up, and obviously she's not native English and all that kind of stuff, so it can work better in her favor. And obviously some people are just not comfortable, recording stuff. So whatever suits. I think the AI stuff's obviously works very, very well. But for me, trying to go to all of that work, it would just be quicker for me just to rattle out whatever I've got to say. Just my view on it. But
it is good for folks like you, Craig, that's not native English. It's a good way to clean up all of that in the 11 laughs.
I asked for that one. I lined myself up for that one.
Oh man, I couldn't resist. That was good. I do think, now this could be just me being old school, but I do think that eventually people are going to recognize that's AI, it's not real, and I think eventually will be quicker to dismiss it and will seek out live and or real.
I don't think they care.
And you don't think they care. At the moment, I think people think AI and it's so new and it's still got a nice, shiny object kind of concept to it. But you don't think when this stuff becomes so prevalent that almost everything you see on TV, I just saw a commercial that I'm looking at going, that I know is all AI generated. That I think eventually people I want to see live. I want to see real people.
I think it depends what you're watching, though, Randy. I think there's a time and a place for both. But I think if we were all to replace ourselves with AI, I think people would be like, nah, I need some crazy bastard who swears or slips up or says the wrong word or pronounces it wrong or whatever. You're going to start to lose all of that. And I think that, so I think you're right to a certain degree, but I think Holly is people don't fucking care. Depending on what you're consuming, I'm big into conspiracies and all that, and I think we've discussed this before, where it was probably one of Holly's channels I was watching on TikTok, watching the old JFK shit and all that. And if Holly's made that with AI, it was still very informative for me. I found it very interesting, and I couldn't give a shit that it was AI or not, because they were using AI to show me the clips of what happened and to tell the story. So in that respect, I don't give a shit. But if I'm watching a podcast and I'm looking for a bit of personality and all that, and it's not got that because of AI, then I would find it a hard watch.
Yeah. And Holly, you don't think people are going to care one way or the other?
No, they don't care. It's not that I don't think, it's that they don't care. I mean, we care because we're marketers and we are more critical of that type of thing. But the average person, they just want the content. They just want the information. I was having a problem with S3 today and I couldn't figure it out, and my dog's barking. You gonna close that door, Caleb? Thank you. And I went to a video. It was a headless video, and I didn't care. I just needed the information. So unless it's a diary type thing, and you want that interaction with that,
right?
Even in that circumstance, you can still do a headless and use your own voiceover.
You don't look.
What was that, Craig?
I was going to say you don't look too convinced, Randy.
Well, no, I'm I don't know. I still believe people want human contact is all. And I think as we delve deeper into the AI pool, that people are going to seek out human content, human interaction.
But it's not how it is now. People don't really.
Well, that's why I say I
People
think
don't really
right now
care.
it still is kind of this new and bright shiny object, and it's kind of interesting, especially as the stuff gets better and better. But I don't know. I think at some point people are like, yeah, I think I want to see somebody actually talk. And like to Craig, I think like see somebody be real and drop the F-bomb once in a while or fart on camera or whatever, right? It's like be real.
Well, you can still be real with AI. I mean, it's so sophisticated now. See, like I normally can't say the word. So normally I would ask AI and I have a speech issue. So for me, I need to have AI because I don't sound like such a dumbass. I'd rather not embarrass myself on the live video than say some stupid ass word that I don't know how to say. Like I can say it in my head, but it just doesn't come out, right? So you can train AI to have like your pauses where you normally would pause and stuff like that, and you can train it to do weird voices if you need to, or have it edited in CapCut or something like that, right? So it's not. I personally don't want to see a video that is perfect because I know that it's probably like a marketing video. I want to see something that's most likely that's going to be headless and it's to the point because I don't have time to sit here and watch crap. I just want to know what the answer is and be done with it.
I can see you, Randy, going to CapCut or something, creating a nice AI video and then trying to insert a fart. Just so that it looks real.
Just having fun. I don't know.
Well, it'd be easier just to fucking lift your leg up and go.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, but it all kind of ties into what I'm talking about there. Like, how much effort, should I spend? Should I put more effort on just creating AI content and do an AI avatar out there delivering, or should I be like, yeah, I want a good sound, I want a good image? I mean, my look is my look. You got a bald headed dude, I look like a big toe out here, so it is what it is, right? So but yeah, I don't know. I'm still gonna land on, I think down the road, I don't know, a year from now or 6 months from now, when AI content is so prevalent that people will begin to yearn for live stream shows like this and or live captioned videos. So
for what it's worth, I agree, Randy. But that's just
Randy, I would do a separate channel and do the avatar with the AI and the CapCut, very sexy looking. And then do your normal channel.
Sexy Randy. Hey.
Like a very sexy, yes. Like your video that you had Robbie make, I bet would get more views than a regular promo of yours.
Well, we'll see. I'm going to debut it tomorrow on my show. I've got Robbie on my show tomorrow. Hot off the press. I'm going to debut that video tomorrow. So,
who the hell's Robbie?
Yeah, I mean, you can please both audience, right? You can please the ones that like the personalization, and then the ones that
it is fun. He did an amazing job. Robbie Rizek.
I know who you're talking about. Actually, I thought you were saying Robbie. I would call him Robbie.
It is Robbie. English. I Americanized it, but yeah, it is Robbie.
Robbie is what I would say.
But he has done just, that's his background is production. so I didn't realize that when he and I were talking about doing this video. His background was doing video production for, TV stations and such. So it's in his blood already. But yeah, he's done some great work, and I love this video he did for me. And I'm going to use it. My intent is I'm going to use it for ads. That was kind of my whole plan with this thing. And and his approach is like, yeah, he wants to create like Super Bowl quality kind of ads with AI. And yeah, I think it's good. It is good. So tune in tomorrow, Tuesday, 10 a.m. Eastern time, hot off the press during the show with Robbie. With Ravi. I'll butcher it tomorrow with him. I always beg forgiveness. I'm like, listen, I know I'm going to mispronounce, so please forgive me. I'm just a dumb American.
Yeah, I've done that with certain guests in the past who've came from overseas, different names, and I've just guessed the pronunciation at the start, and I'm like, never again. I need that clarified before we go fucking live. What are you calling yourself? And I'll stick with that.
Exactly. I did that actually not too last Thursday. I had a call with somebody, Craig, you steered my way. Her name, I think you were at a conference with her. Her name is Jana, but I call her Jana. I said, Jana, are you Jana or Jana? And then she's like, well, I'm over here, and it would be Jana. I'm like, oh, of course, European. Yeah, but I let off, said, listen, forgive me if I mispronounce your name, but what do you like to be called? This is what I say. How do you like to pronounce your name?
Yana is how she. I would have said I done the exact same thing though. I was like Jana. She's like Craig, Jana, and her husband's also a friend of mine as well, and because we all used to speak at Affiliate World conferences. That's where I know these guys from, and I'm just going to follow what he's fucking calling her. That way, I'm not going to get a beating. Yeah.
So as long as you don't get slapped, I guess. But yes, as long as it's on the up and up. That's good.
Nah, she's a good person, and I just remembered I sent her your way actually. We were having a talk about the AI overviews and shit like that, and I'm like, go see my man Randy, and he can sort you out. But yeah, she's clever. She does all the Amazon translations and all this fucking
that was a good education that I got from her on what she does. That was interesting. Wow.
Weird how people make money.
I know. I would never have thought about that, actually. I'm like, wow.
No, the one thing, speaking at conferences like Affiliate World, where it's not just SEO related, the amount of ways that people are making money, whether it be the Amazon translations, which she runs an agency for that, it's fucking insane. It's such a big market, and you're like, geez, I always thought SEO was the fucking big daddy of online marketing, and you're like, oh, no. There's people doing a lot of different things. So, yeah,
I know. Nerdy reached out to me the other day as well, asking about Affiliate Summit, and just last week they had Affiliate Summit East, which was out in New York. Earlier this year, I think it was February, was Affiliate Summit West out in Las Vegas, and I went to that, and I was like, wow. It was a huge conference. I think they had 5,000-7,000 people there. And then just the numbers that some of these folks were producing, folks that I talked with, I'm like, wow, it's impressive. And doing different stuff, kind of like what you're saying, like with Yana, doing the way making money online is really broad. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can make money online. And in today's world, I'm always like, yeah, it is with some effort and focus, anybody can make money.
Yeah, exactly. Even just on cranking out videos.
Yeah.
You know, there's in fact, someone tagged me in a post yesterday, and it was a newspaper article, and some journalist had taken it upon themselves to talk about, you know, like on TikTok now, everyone's selling bullshit to their friends. Like Holly could buy a guitar and go on TikTok and go, "Oh, everyone, look at this guitar. You know, you can get the same one as this in the link for $10." And the papers are reporting on this like it's fucking, you know, magic fire or some fucking thing. Like, are you fucking kidding me, man? Like, people have been selling shit online for a long, long, long time. And obviously now it's so blatant on people's TikToks in particular. Oh, do you like my fucking new jacket? Oh, you can buy that using the link below. Like, it's so fucking obvious. And it's so cringy, man. But the newspapers are like, oh, there's so much money to be made, and look at this. It's the newest thing out, and they called it. They actually coined a new term for it. I can't remember what it was, but it was the most fucking ridiculous thing. And you're like, fuck. God forbid anyone uses social media to make money. And you know,
fuck. Yeah, that's crazy. It is crazy, but I do think, man, I'm telling you, I think videos. This is why I'm really thinking and really focused on videos as much for my own marketing and branding and such, because it is so critical right now.
Randy, you have no idea. I obviously set up that studio. I have totally revamped that studio again, because I think video is going to become even more popular than it ever was. Just with AI and overviews and organic search is maybe not going to be as prevalent as it once was.
There's 9 million videos in AI overviews. Why are you?
Yeah, exactly. I just saw something. Somebody just posted out somewhere. I just saw that as well. Of like, here are the biggest resources or sources for AI overviews or AI where they're pulling, and Reddit is still number one, but like either second or third was YouTube. I'm like, yeah, God, you got to be putting content out on YouTube.
Absolutely. That's why I'm getting the proper lights put in now and stuff, and I'm going to hammer the podcasts again. I'm going to do a lot more shorts, and I'm going to create all sorts of different types of content. And
I have a question for you. So, I know, Holly, you kind of have your approach in just cranking out content, but Craig, I know for a long time, early on, like when I first even heard of you, you were doing a video every day. I mean, when you were like when you were like maybe 20,000 followers, subscribers or less, right? You were doing like every day with a new video.
Yeah.
Is that necessary in today's environment? Would you tell somebody like, yeah, that's the frequency that you've got to do?
I think at the start, if you want to make a name for yourself, you have to cover everything as hard and as fast as you like. And I think Holly will probably agree. If you go out there and smash something in its entirety and cover the topic in its entirety, then you've got a much better chance of success just by law of averages. And I think, obviously, I was doing that manually. I know Holly likes to do it using AI and various other methods, but I think it gets the same results, if that makes sense. We're both trying to flood the system at the start. And, I think for me, once you've covered the topic its entirety, you can't keep fucking going. There's only so many times you can say, don't use AI content, or don't build these type of links, or whatever the hell it is you're trying to teach. So you'd be focusing on quality rather than quantity. Quality rather than quantity after that. But I think for someone, Holly would probably agree. It's you at the start. If you've got a channel and you've not got a big following, you need to smash the fucking shit out of it. And I think that's what I tried to do at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would ask AI to build me a year content calendar. When we do it with AI, build me a whole entire year content calendar of every single. Each topic is unique. Doesn't have to be completely unique, but it surely can do with 30 days on link building. So, and without AI, I wouldn't. No, I'd be like, nope, not doing it. But with AI, we're just gonna create the video every day.
How about?
Because it's a fucking slog to do it manually. To sit there and do that, crank that out. Fuck.
I don't have time. I don't have time, and I do not have patience. Because then I start laughing in the video, and then I have to edit it, and my dog barks. I mean, every time you create a video, she barks. You know what I mean? So
it is a lot of work. I do one updated piece of video content. I do it every one a week. That's all I'm doing right now, aside from the live shows, right? So we do this live on Monday. I do my live show on Tuesday, and then on Thursdays, I drop a new piece of video content. And just that one piece of video content is like, it's effort. I could do more, I'm sure. Yeah, I'd have to have my team like, okay, we're going to do more and get them geared up to like, okay, managing their time. But I always do wrestle with frequency on some of the stuff that I put out. And then I had the question, what is your opinion on this? Mixing like live, I'll say live, but real human content with AI avatar content on the same channel. Do you think that that's good, bad, or otherwise? Just in order to like crank up the frequency.
Yeah, no. Don't do that. No, don't do that.
I mean, that YouTube from the 15th of July are not monetizing AI content. So for that,
they are. But they are not monetizing content that is repeated over and over and over. So if it is not unique, you will not. But if it's unique enough and no one else is copying what you're doing, because everyone is downloading everyone's videos and remaking them and putting them up there. So if you're unique doing it with AI and you're using your own voiceover, then you're fine. If you're copying what everyone else is doing and you're using Clarissa on 11 Labs, everyone knows it's AI. So it's your approach just has to be different. But I would not mix my avatar with a regular one.
No, I would keep them
separate. Well, that's kind of been my opinion as well. I'm like, no, I'm not going to mix. That would seem
like, if you think about it, for either one of you probably to do a video production, how long it takes me, like an hour, and then I have to do editing, which is normally like another hour, 45 minutes, and I get agitated by then, and I'm like, no way am I going to do this every day, right? Or even once a week, because my agitation level is too high. So even if you pass it off to a VA, it's probably going to be around the same amount of time. You can have the VA get training and do a video instead with AI and the avatar and your voiceover, and it likely is going to be under an hour. So it's a work smarter, not harder type of a situation. Like, I know that you can still do the videos once a week, have the personalization, but I would do a monthly calendar with AI. Just do it for a month, 30 days. One video every day, see what happens.
It is interesting. I have thought about this though, as well as doing a separate channel altogether. And I'm not sure how I would brand it, but, so I'd still want my brand associated with it, but instead of me being live, whatever, it'd just be all kind of AI avatar and AI content on it. And I'm specifically talking YouTube.
The news guy could be the sponsor.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You could sponsor a fucking Holly's AI channel if you wanted. There's no reason why you can't
yeah.
sponsor your own. You know, just make sure that, you know, your logo's flung about,
Right,
the
right.
artwork and thumbnails or whatever.
That's an
Yeah.
interesting idea.
Become your own affiliate. Why not? Fuck it. You know, it's you know, the long-term
Right,
goal is
right.
to push the news guy as far and wide as
Right.
you humanly
Yeah.
can. And you know, obviously, you do it on my YouTube channel, but I mention it to people when I'm talking to them at conferences, whatever. And I think that's the message. You know, if you can use AI, like Holly says, you can sit here and argue all day. People prefer humans or they prefer AI or whatever. There's a market for both, and I think Holly's right. You know, exploit that for all you can, because even if that only brings you another $5,000 a month worth of revenue, you've then got to say, well, I'm only spending $1,000
right.
to do the automation, so it's brought me $5,000 worth of revenue. Fuck it, I'm going to keep doing it, or make another one and another one and another one, because there's an audience. There's clearly an audience there. That is something no one can dispute. You know, if you do that, you know, Holly's done it, tested it. Does her shit get views? Absolutely. So there is an audience for it, and you need that to be out there. So I would absolutely be. You can't be penalised for being a sponsor of a fucking channel. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, like, if you think about like one video a week, one video a month, 2 videos a month, you're not gonna compete with people who are doing videos on 2 week basis. A week, right?
Well, if you're doing the AI generated
wanna,
stuff, I mean, you could, yeah, and Holly, obviously, you know, I mean, you could like just pump this stuff out every day, you know, with, you know, minimal effort.
I mean, for how many months were we doing for clients? We were doing 5 videos every single day and uploading them across 6 or 7 platforms, and their social media just like it just like blew up. We're at a point where they were like, we're canceling because we can't keep up. Like, well, okay. Like, that's a good problem to have, right? But we wouldn't have been able to do it if they just wanted to create one video a week. So if you could grow, you know, it's a good thing. If you can't grow that fast, then, you know, like it's a generational thing, right? So people our age, they want to pick up a phone. They don't want to text. They want face-to-face conversations. They want to meet at coffee shops. The generation of the 20s,
they're just all
teens,
texting.
20s and 30s. It's a cell phone, it's texting, it's, you know, Instagram. So depending, I mean, and your market's in the same spot, so you should be having both of them.
I've thought about this. Like, I've got my branded Instagram account that I've started. I kind of have thought about just doing all content on that channel, all avatar.
I think you can on the likes of Instagram and stuff, Randy. I mean, are you even that arsed on Instagram? You're probably looking for shit to put on there, right? I don't think you could really afford to segment that up. You know, Randy's personal life, Randy's business life.
There's famous AI Spotify music groups that have 1 million followers on one of the groups. There's podcasts that it's AI. There's OnlyFans that
how many of these guys like get reeled in on the AI generated OnlyFans stuff? So
I mean, it's come like a long way, even from 6 months ago to today. So, you know, I don't know how long that type of stuff will last. I would guess it's going to be quite a while, but so you should capitalize on it while you can, because when you can't and you decide you're going to want to jump into it, it's going to be too late, or the learning curve is ridiculous, or you know what I mean? It's
good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Here we are. 103. Well, or whatever. It's 03.
Yeah. We are at the end. But just a reminder, guys, check out the news guy. The logo is above, and the link is below. The logo isn't actually above. I actually fucking completely forgot to put that up there. It's there now. You can't see it in the background. It's because the logo's above your head. I was getting confused, but yeah, do check that out. And of course, check out hollystarks.com and see what Holly's got on offer there.
Holly,
as well.
why don't you lead us out with a little guitar interlude?
No, not yet. I'm learning, and I'm only in my second week. So I can do I've learned how to do 2 jam sessions, but I still really suck at it. So
yeah, we'll hold you to it in about a month's time.
So I'm going to Local U in September, Joy's conference, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to play by Joy's conference.
Whose conference?
Right.
Joy Hawkins.
Nice.
It's in Nashville. There's 100 and I want to say it's 135 white hatters.
And then there's Holly.
Are you speaking there, Holly? And amongst all of that?
I told her that I would be, if she would like me to, I would, but she has had a plan for a long time. So, so Brian Cato's going and Dre is going. And so we're actually going to, the day before, we're going to do like a little black hat meetup thing for anyone who's in Nashville. And then I just, so I don't know the other speakers. Like I looked them up and I mean, they might be like, they're kind of, it's a mainstream.
Who are they? What's the name of this conference? I got to look for some new.
Look up Local U Nashville.
U, like you, or Y-O-U or U? The U.
The U.
All right. Yeah,
and it's the first one.
Well, I just got to look at September 8th, huh? Ooh, I don't know if that'll work. It's a
Monday. Tickets are sold out, but I might be able to get you a ticket.
They're sold out. What is it? Just one day?
Yeah. So everyone who's there, I think it's mainstream, right? But I want to hear her speak because she's going to talk about Reddit.
Yeah. Oh, she's sharp.
And she supports mine, so I want to support her.
I really like Joya. She's sharp. I had a really good opportunity to get to know her a bit at was that Rockstars, I think, and that was great. I'll take a look at that.
Yeah, I share a lot of my testing stuff with her. She's really smart. I really, really like her. Yeah, so I'm excited about it.
And just to throw out a couple of other ones that are on the horizon as well. So, Terry and Elizabeth, they've got SEO Spring Training Digital Marketing Conference that's coming up at the end of this month. So it's all a virtual conference. So, and it's long. It's like a 5-day virtual. So, lot of great heavy hitters in that lineup. So that's the last week of August, like the 20, I think it starts at 26th,
so the
26th, August 26th. And then Steve Toth just put out his, I think, what he's doing, the IRL in October. Are you going to go to that, Holly? I think I'm going to go to that.
I would love to go to it, but no, I'm not going to it. I'm not leaving the U.S. right now.
There you go.
Well, that is us, guys. We'll catch you the same time next week.
Beautiful. All right. Thanks, everybody.
See you later.